we're going to discuss the limitations of the melting pot view of assimilation. I think we need to define those two terms, where assimilation from the book is a process in which formally distinct and separate groups come together to share a common culture and merge together socially. And melting pot is really just one form of that assimilation, or that blending, so to speak, because it is defined as a type of assimilation in which all groups contribute in roughly equal amounts to a new culture and society. So the thought, from my understanding, is that the melting pot was, you would take the immigrants from all parts of the world and put them in one big pot, and you'd stir, 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 and voila, you have them blended into America. But I think the limits that came with that really were pointed out, because it's really probably not a very accurate description of what has really truly taken place. Some groups were totally excluded or largely excluded from this process, especially the racial minority. And really the melting pot has become a distinctively Anglo-centric in flavor, meaning, the dominant influence, on America and culture is really the white Anglo-Saxon Protestant traditional view. So it was for 2 centuries kind of that way, where we just wanted everybody to come, but they needed to kind of be white Americans, so to speak, no matter what their ethnicity was, or where they came from, what culture they came from, what beliefs they had. The third thing that the book talked about, it really, the melting pot assimilation really was coercive and largely one-sided process, really described more as the Americanization or Anglo-conformity, rather than the equal sharing of elements and the gradual blending of peoples and cultures. It was just really designed to maintain the predominance of the English language and create a pattern of, English type, British type institutional patterns that were created during the early years from the, when the United States was first born. If you think about the first people that came to America, other than the American Indians that were here, we came from England. We came from the British area because we were searching for a new world, and Spain came. But we really were just trying to establish and keep that type of environment in society moving forward. So under that Anglo-conformity, immigrants and minority groups were just expected to adapt to this. So I think that is why that melting pot view of assimilation has so many limits, because it really did try to blend those societies without considering their ethnicity and letting them hold true to their roots, where they came from, their cultures, their religion, backgrounds, all of those things. So I think it does have limits, and I think we find that even more so today. I don't know that we could call the United States a melting pot. Yes, we have folks that come from far and away and come to the Americas, but they are holding true to their roots, their culture, their language, their religions, all of those things. And I think that causes some trouble, to be honest, on both sides. I don't know that it's right, wrong, or but it's just, that's the way it is. So I would love to hear what you all have to say. Look forward to that, and hopefully we can have a good conversation. Thanks.